Today we're going to be doing a oil change on the glorious C6 Corvette Grand Sport. It has a dry sump, so we're going to go over all the basics of dealing with the tank and different drain plugs, what filter to run, what oil to run, so that your car's all good and taken care of. We're just going to go over what you're going to need to get this job done. First, you're going to need yourself a C6 with a dry sump. Then, handy 2-post hoist, a couple of 2x4s to get the car actually up off the ground so you can slide these arms underneath. Then you're going to want some lifting pucks so that you don't damage the car when you're lifting it up. Of course, engine oil, a couple of tools, and then a drain pan or a stand drain pan like what I have. And also you're going to need yourself a filter. The filter this takes is actually a UPF 48R, which is rated for the higher pressure, which is very necessary so you don't have any blowouts with seals or anything like that when you're in high RPM, high oil pressure situations. So this is a UPF 48R, which stands for Ultra Performance Filtration for 48 races, probably. The next step is just get this thing up in the air. Got my puck. I'm gonna go ahead and find where this thing goes. Right about there. Slide the arm right underneath. Make sure that looks good enough, and we're good. Then just repeat the process throughout the back and the other side. So we're underneath the car, and a couple of the most noticeable things you're gonna have to deal with. You got oil filter here, you got one drain plug here, and you also have one right up front here. So what that means is you have to drain this oil plug as well as this oil plug, one's for the dry sump, one's for the oil pan, and then of course switch out your oil filter up top here. Always use protection. Scoot this baddie right up underneath here. Then up top, we're gonna go ahead and take both the 15 mils with our wrench and our oil filter wrench, and then get everything drained out of this thing. If you have one of these pan expanders handy, very helpful for this thing. Let this thing drain down a little bit. Now for the filter, grab yourself your favorite cup, slap that puppy right on there. Just spin away. Saves yourself some mess. Grab your filter, take a little bit of oil, put it on your O-ring. Just spin that right on there. Now it doesn't have to be too tight, just hand tight should be fine. We're gonna double check for leaks running this thing in the air before we pull it out and we're done. So we're just gonna wait until these are kind of like a really thin stream at minimum. If you can wait all the way until it's just dripping down, that's the best. You can get the most dirty oil out of the engine. We're down to just a few drips here. Gonna wipe off our plug. Put them back in. Grab our little torque wrench here, 18 foot-pounds. Good. Good. Just wipe whatever excess little mess you got going on, and then we're good to put oil in this. Over on the passenger side of the engine bay, here's your dipstick, your swirl tank, which is actually going to be where you fill in your oil. There's a little cap here, just remove it, set that off to the side. You're not going to be filling this in the valve covers or anything like that, just right here in the swirl tank, and we're going to add 10.5 quarts, so 10.5 of 5W30 synthetic Dexos. Added our 10.5 quarts. Now the next step is to go ahead, start it up, and then you want to get the car up to operating temp, about 175 degrees Fahrenheit, coolant temp, so that your oil warms up a little bit, you get an actually accurate reading. So we're gonna let it idle a little bit, and then we're gonna wait 5 minutes after it shuts down so all the oil can kind of drain down, get to an actual level. Then we'll double check our oil level and make sure we're good to go. Let's check the oil. It's been 5 minutes. The recommended interval is 5 to 20 minutes. We're just gonna take a clean cloth, rag, whatever you got, take the dipstick out, wipe it down, then reinsert it, then just check it, pull it right out. Got a little baby dipstick, and we are right above the middle mark. So there's 3 marks on this. You want to be right at the middle mark. If you overfill it a little bit, that's okay if you don't really do any track driving, but the recommended area is right in the middle here. If you're way below the crosshatch, just on the end of the dipstick, add another quart, retest, and see where you're at. But we are perfect at this level. So now, I'm gonna go ahead, hop into the car, and actually reset the interval inside, maybe stick a little sticker in the corner, and then we'll be all good and ready to rock. Gonna hop in this bad thing. Oh, goodness. All right, now we just want to go ahead, turn the key on. So just press it once, it'll light up. Goes through its whole check, blah, blah, blah. We're gonna go over to this side, click the trip option, and just scroll through until it says oil life remaining. Then, right on this side over here, just press and hold the reset. Boom, done. Fresh oil change, car's ready to go. Oil pressure's great, oil's clean. Super simple procedure, you can do it yourself. A little more expensive because it takes 10 quarts, but whatever. We are now good to go. So just stick a sticker up in here, and then that's really it. If you liked the video, it helped you out, just smash that like button, subscribe, and check out the rest of the videos. I'll keep some more content coming, and yeah, thanks for watching.